gentlemen, if we could all just settle down. And a warm welcome to everybody here. It's great to see so many friends and family to celebrate Natalie and Keith's wedding. This won't take long because I've got to be on the bar in about 5 minutes to do my shift. And I know that Pat's absolutely starving and we're way past her lunchtime. So we need to get the meals going. So as I say, it won't take long. So here we are, eventually. Probably the longest engagement. Not quite. Yeah? No. How many years?
It's 10, well, it'll be 11 years on Christmas Day.
11 years on Christmas Day.
It's not as bad as me Uncle Harry.
And that's 1 year. That's 1 year shorter than the call out for you to do our Sky dish, and we're still waiting for that. So no, it's wonderful to be here to celebrate the wedding in Ugo. Now it's traditional for the father of the bride to give some advice to the married couple, and I think I'm in a good position to do that after 40 successful years married, and I can only just endorse what the Reverend was saying about what marriage is all about. So I hope you will listen to Keith in that one. But Keith, a couple of words of advice for you. In your speech, make the most of it, because that will be the only 5 minutes you'll get for the rest of your life without being interrupted. So make sure you do the rest of that. Now, marriage is all about compromise. And compromise, I could have played cricket today, but I decided that I'd better attend the wedding. But what we've done is brought cricket to the wedding. And we've got the marquee here. So, marriage is all about anticipation. Is it going to rain? Will the marquee be up in time? Has Laura got her dress? If you're in the WhatsApp group, you'll know what that's all about. Will Natalie turn up? Or even more important, will Keith turn up? But yes, they did. And a wonderful ceremony it was. Marriage is also about joy and happiness. And it was lovely to see you both married by a reverend who is so active in the local community. For those of you who don't know, she serves at the Warbling Tit, and she also... So that wasn't a joke. That's the name of the pub, Jack.
Phil.
And she also... You can see that side of the family, can't you? And she also serves at the Horseshoe. So when we got to the altar, we didn't know whether to pray or ask for 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps. But what a lovely ceremony it is, and of course marriage is all about pride. And there's no prouder father today than to actually walk Natalie down the aisle. Looking so gorgeous. Gorgeous within and gorgeous without. Cheers. Keith, you're a very lucky man.
I am.
So, how much do we know about Mr. and Mrs. Ashley? So what we're going to do is play a little quiz. Okay, now on your tables you will have, you'll see some cards. There's some pink cards and some blue cards. Okay, so I'm going to ask you in a minute to all stand if you can, and then I'm going to ask you a question, and if you believe that the answer is Mr., please put up the blue card. If you believe the answer to the question is Mrs., then you hold up your pink card. So is that okay? So if somebody take responsibility to hand out a card each. So if you believe the answer is Mr., it's blue. Yeah, you two aren't taking part, by the way. But can you please spot for any cheating? Okay, to make sure people all know them. So, has everybody got their cards? Blue card and a pink card. Right, can I please ask you all, if you can, to stand up, please? Yeah, that's it. So what we'll do first of all, we'll just have a quick trial. Okay, so this is a trial question, just to make sure we got the rules of the game. So, if you believe the answer to this question is Keith, it's a blue card. If it's Natalie, it's a pink card. So, who once nearly died on the football pitch? Who once nearly died on the football pitch? Okay? Right, so if anybody held up a pink card, you would now be sitting down. Okay? That's the way it works. One more test question. One more test question, so as we know that we got it. A little bit more difficult, this one. Whose go-to meal is burger and chips? Whose go-to meal is burger and chips? Is that blue card? All right, so we have got some. If you got your blue card up, you would be sitting down at this moment. Okay. Well, that was only a test question. Only a test. Only a test. Only a test.
Stand up.
Right. So now, this is the real quiz, and we do have a prize for you at the end. Okay. So, who once set the slow cooker causing a fire by accidentally putting it on the hob with the ring on? Who put that on? So who once set the slow cooker on fire by accidentally putting it on the hob with the ring on? If you believe it is Keith, put your blue card. If you believe it's pink, then it's Natalie. If you've got your pink card held up, then you are still in the game. Everybody else, please sit down. Well, that's good. Minister Phil here. Okay, so how many have we got standing? We got 5 or 6 standing, okay.
I should have known that.
Here we go then. Next question.
Yeah, it's recent, yeah.
What they don't realise is I don't cook, so.
Here we go. Who ate all the jelly and put the empty wrapping paper in their brother's room so that they got the blame? So I think we got the answer to that one. So that's a blue. Okay, here's another one for you then. Whose brother ripped a piece of wallpaper on the landing in their parents' home? Whose brother ripped a piece of wallpaper on the landing in their parents' home? Is that a blue or is that a pink? If you're holding up a pink, you are still in the game. So if you're holding up a blue, please sit down.
Never happened. Never happened.
So now
That's
we
a
know
lie.
the truth to that one. We know the truth to that one now. Okay, who has got a fake front tooth? Who has got a fake front tooth? If you believe it's Natalie, that's pink.
Don't smile.
If you believe
Don't
it's
smile.
a blue, that's Keith.
It gives it away if you smile.
Okay. So, if you are holding up your blue card, please sit down. So, Herbie. Oh, Darcy's still in. No, it's okay. We've got plenty of questions. I've got 10 minutes to fill here. Okay, pink or blue? Whose favourite Formula 1 driver is Lewis Hamilton? Whose favourite Formula 1 driver is Lewis Hamilton? Is it pink or blue? Correct. That's Natalie, so you're both still in the game. Well done, Darcy. You're doing well here, Darcy. Okay, next question. Who once took their nappy off in the lounge and left a little deposit behind the settee? Who once took their nappy off in the lounge and left a deposit behind the settee?
How long ago are we talking? About a month.
Last week. Is it pink or blue? What you got, Darcy?
Oh, she's changed the view.
The answer to that question is, Natalie,
This wasn't a verified question.
If you got your pink card, that's Natalie is the answer to that one. Sorry, Darcy. So Paul, would you like to come up and get your prize off Natalie? Okay, just for a bit of fun then, just as we go through this, so you'll learn a little bit more about Mr. and Mrs. So, whose first childhood pet was a rabbit? Natalie or Keith?
Natalie.
Natalie, correct. Who owns a Wrexham football shirt?
Natalie.
Natalie. Keith will soon be owning a Wrexham football shirt.
I've got one, Keith. You need one too.
Who had to be lied to get them to visit their auntie's house by saying they were passing Robin Hood Sherwood Forest on the way?
Oh, Keith.
Yeah.
Keith.
Keith, correct. You naughty boy, you.
Barrels, wasn't it?
Who ploughed into the barriers during a go-kart race?
Natalie.
Keith or Natalie? It was Natalie. Well done.
Has she got
Well
in a
done,
go-kart
Jackson.
since?
Who went to a mosque with a school where they were made to take their shoes off? The Muslim gave out food which looked like cat food, so rather than eat it, they put inside one of their school friend's shoes.
Well then. Go on, Keith.
It's not too late, Natalie.
I wasn't eating that.
Who had a ticket for a Michael Jackson concert but could not go as they were ill? Was that Natalie or was that Keith?
Natalie.
Natalie, yeah. Who broke their arm in 3 places, then broke it again, and in the same 3 places 2 weeks later after the cast came off? Keith. That was Keith. Who has a birthmark shaped like a chocolate button?
Natalie. Show us that.
Later on tonight, Natalie will be showing her. Who once won a badminton tournament? Was that
Natalie.
Natalie or was that Keith?
Not Keith.
Not Keith. Who cried when they got dropped off at the Sunbeam Children's Club when they went on holiday?
Natalie.
You're putting Keith up. What?
Yeah, I only don't.
We've got you, Clive.
He's only got one card.
Who is obsessed with level 42?
Keith.
But we have a convert as well, don't we now?
We do.
So, final one. Who once went round to someone's house and found a flea in their cup of tea,
Oh,
so tipped it out?
Keith.
I daren't go on for the rest of the question. So that was Keith. Okay, so hopefully now we've got to learn a little bit more about Mr. and Mrs. But it's my role as the father of the bride to tell you a little bit more about the bride. Now I've known Natalie for what, 37 years?
Give or take a few
Give or
months,
take
yeah.
a few months, yeah. And during that time, I've got to know her and love her. It's one of those things of parents that you have to do. But during that time, Natalie, and joking apart, I couldn't be more proud of being the father, especially having that proud tradition of giving you away today. Natalie has got a wicked sense of humour. She's very pretty. She's very thoughtful. She's very generous. And I'm just glad she takes after me. But I think her mother has a lot to do with the upbringing of Natalie, and I know both of us are very proud of it. So, Natalie was born in Aldridge, and it's very fitting that I was actually the first to hold Natalie when Chris was otherwise engaged. And it's very fitting that I'm the last to give you away as a Higgins. We moved down to Cardiff. Then after a wee while, we moved up to North Berwick. So Natalie was always very helpful and very willing to settle in wherever we moved with my job. But it's really in North Berwick that Natalie's life began to take shape. And at one point, we thought that we had a budding poet. And there was no prouder parents than when we went to the parents' evening and to see Natalie's poem in her homework book.
I see this.
And I can memorise it because it gets me there. And the poem went, I see the sea, I hear the sea, I see the sea, I feel the sea, I love being near the sea. And do you know what the name of it was called? No. My pets and other animals. So I don't know where the hell it went. Also in North Berwick, I don't know whether it was with us living by the sea, but she went through a phase where she wanted to be known as Pirate. Don't know why, don't know how, but isn't that true, Natalie? You went through a phase that we had to refer to her as Pirate. You didn't know that? That was one of the questions that I never got round to. We also thought we had a budding dancer. So every Christmas when Chitty Chitty Bang Bang came on, out came the old bamboo, with a rendition with all her cousins. But it's also in North Berwick that she started to have a little bit of a run of bad luck. The previous referred to loss of the front teeth, which she lost in the game of marbles with her brother when playing it on the stairs. We also had a sort of 3 or 4 weeks where we had a standing order for rabbits at the pet shop. Where slowly but surely we kept seeing them off, didn't we? Look? Where everything went wrong, we go into the garage. Oh, we've lost another one. Then another one fell down the stairs, broke the back lobe. Had to go back to the butt. That was Natalie's run of bad luck with her pets. She also came off a bike, or was she pushed, or did she fall and fell in a big vat of stinging nettles when she was out with her grandfather? And we don't know whether he was pushed or whether she fell. We believe it was a push. We moved back to Wem, and Natalie's always been really, really good to support us all with our sports. Always supported Anthony wherever he played his football, and that's when we started to go to Wrexham. And I think Natalie's got Carlos Edwards' autograph about 700 times for all the times that we went there. She also likes her F1, Formula 1, as referred to earlier in the questions. But I think her F1 fledgling career came to an end when she rucked the blue Toyota and put it into the ditch around the roads of Wixall, and we were called out at about 2 o'clock in the morning to come and rescue you. So that was the end of Natalie's fledgling F1 career. Natalie has always been a hard-working girl, follows in the family, and she obviously took the job up at Prince's, where she met Keith, and for something like 17 years has now been a very well-respected member of the Grove Continental customer service team. 17 years, which is a lot longer than her mother lasted, which was more like 17 minutes. Natalie met Keith when she was at Prince's, as we said, and when we were properly introduced and they said that they were going out together, what more could we have wished for? Well, now Keith asked for Natalie's hand in marriage, fully enough, as we were walking up to the sports centre to have a game of 5-a-side football. And then when he went on to let in about 7 or 8 goals with me shooting, I thought he was trying to win favour. But of course, the love of football, the love of all the sports, and how Keith is very endearing to everybody. But Keith has to apologise that I didn't say yes straight away, because with both families coming from Wixall, I just wanted to check that we weren't all related. And I must admit, I was a little bit worried when you introduced me to your cousin and your uncle, and there was only one person stood there. But when I thought about it, what don't you like about Keith? He loves his sport. We can get discount on all our white goods. Widescreen TVs fitted, Sky Dish adjusted, any trouble with the remote control, any trouble with the Sky settings, Keith is there to help us out. But above all, Keith, ever since he's been with us, he's been very respectful, he's been very polite. And Derek and Arin, you brought up a lovely young man there, and we're really proud that he's now decided eventually to marry Natalie. It's great to see that they are so happy together. And so to Keith, we welcome you to the family. And to Natalie, all I can say is enjoy your marriage. It's been lovely to have you as a daughter, and I know you're not too far away. And just one final thing I'd like to say, that if Carling dig daughters, they needn't look any further away than you. I have to say that to them. So please, ladies and gentlemen, can you join me in toasting the bride and groom, Natalie and Keith?
Natalie and Keith.
Over to you, Keith.